Hey guys, welcome back to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, the link for all 8 parts in this series will be listed in the description below. So let's pick up where we left off in the last episode. So I've never installed mortar before. Mortar? Grout. Let's get the terminology correct, because you sound like a fucking idiot. Make sure all tile are firmly set. So I'm giving it 24 hours. Mix 3 to 5 minutes of mixing. Let sit for 5 minutes. Mix for another minute and a half to 2 minutes. And then apply. And then squeegee. Wait 15 to 30 minutes and then sponge it. That's good. And 16 to 24 hours, wait, and then you can apply the shit. Those are the best instructions I've ever seen. They're pictures and there's small amounts of wording. Oh, I love it. That is a dyslexic man's dream right there. If you want to know how to grout correctly, go watch a YouTube video. Not this one. Oh, you're already screwing up at life. It said add the water first. So I got this mixer and I'm going to put it on my drill. I think I nailed it. It's called luck right there. Looking for peanut butter maybe. Now we're going to let that sit for 5 minutes. Then we'll remix it. Alright, so I let it sit up for 5 minutes. I'm going to remix it. So I have a rubber trowel. I have a sponge with a bucket of water. I can apply it, I think, to the whole thing as long as I do it within 30 minutes. And then after the 30 minutes, I have to come back and remove it with a sponge and make sure it's all purty. When you apply this stuff, you want to go 45 degrees to the joint. So you want to go like this or like this. If you had them running square, straight up and down, then you would apply it in this direction. If you were to go like this, when it does that little thump, it's going to push the grout and it's going to make an uneven joint.
You come from outer space.
On the trowel, there's this little curved edge here and there's a point on this side. So this right here would be for your corners. So you get a nice curved edge on there. I don't know what that would be for, but...
And I was sprung out from the earth. We laid down face to face to witness our
Don't do that. That was probably the stupidest thing I've done. So right here, to fix this, I'm just putting mortar on here. When I clean that up, it'll look good. Hopefully. When you're taking this stuff off, you want to place your sponge on an angle. No, I'm sorry. Start it out flat, and while you're going, roll it up like that. So it's always in contact with a fresh side of the sponge.
Men stare and women sigh, and children dark their eyes. But we're tall, our heads are high, and I wanna apologize. Oil and water, prince and pauper, not so far apart. They say it won't last, you'll move along, and if we're moving too fast, I know they're wrong, 'cause we are like invisible light in the dark. And there's an endless road on the edge of the map, so let's pack our hats in a burlap sack and go. Leaves are falling, we are stalling, seasons come and go, but winter's chill won't leave me ill. I'll fight.
One of the things I think I did wrong was I should have started at the top and worked my way down, because all that water is going down and it's getting in all those grout lines that I did at the bottom. I maybe should have given it a little bit longer to set up before I wiped the excess off. I've heard that you're supposed to fill the bathtub with water so that it settles, so that you can get a grout line in there, so that when it does settle, it won't crack the grout. So the last step I should have done was grout that bottom edge, which I think I'm gonna have to go back and scrape some out and redo it. But other than that, I'm gonna let this harden for 24 hours. I'm gonna come back in a little bit, and I'm gonna wipe the whole thing down. If you can see here, it's got like a film on it. I wanna make sure that that gets taken off. But I'll let it harden, and then I'll come back with some grout sealer, some tile sealer. So I filled that up with water so that it's sitting tight. I repacked the grout into that bottom one. It's a little wet down there, so it was really wet when I put that grout on. I'm gonna let that set up for a while, and then I'll come in with a sponge and I'll clean it up. So it's been over 24 hours. I've let the grout dry completely. I came in here earlier and I wiped it down with just clean water and a sponge, and I took off anything, and I've let that dry. So now I'm ready to apply a grout sealer. This is just a high gloss finisher sealer peanut.
What? I want to be in the video. You know this? Every day we go over this. Every fucking day we go over this, dude.
So I made a huge mistake, and I don't know how I'm going to edit this down, but I applied this stuff right here, high gloss finish sealer, thinking that the sealer was the sealer for the grout. That was wrong. Every time I take a shower in here, you can see the grout gets wet and the water soaks into it. It looks like it's sealed, but it's not. The product that you're supposed to use is 511 Impregnator Sealer, okay? I'm just gonna take a foam brush. So you just take it and you paint in all the grout lines. Let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Wipe it with a clean white towel. Now here's another problem. Can I paint this grout sealer over my things? I don't know. This was a huge mistake, huge mistake. I'm now going to paint this stuff on, and hopefully that'll seal it. Now that I've let it sit for about 5 minutes, I can come and wipe it off. So I'm going to let this sit for 24 hours, and I'm going to reapply that grout, just because I don't feel like I got a good bond because I applied the incorrect sealer before. That was a major mistake. So again, this is the correct product that you want to use to seal grout. Sealer. How is the average person supposed to know this? Read? It's overrated. So now let's get back to where this video was. Does that make sense? There is no warning on this. Caution. You are f***ing kidding me. Why are you going to put the caution? Gloves and eye protection should be worn at all times. You guys are going to be f***ing kidding me. Your warning label should be on the outside. Ah, that pisses me off. Wear gloves. Great. My skin was already peeling off from them using that grout. So the last step I have to do is install the handle, shower head, and this thingy right here. Now I need to solder on a threaded adapter onto the end of this pipe so that it can get screwed into the faucet. I still haven't learned any of the terminologies. I need to figure out where I gotta cut that. So I got this tape measure where it bottoms out. I have 4 1/4 inches, which is right there. Good. So I'm going to cut the pipe right at that mark that I made. So I've done some research. This isn't called reaming. You want to get the burrs that are on the inside of the pipe out, and that cleans it out. All right, I'll put that on there. Just going to double check it. 4 1/8. And I'll double check this. Bottomed out, 4 1/4. So no matter what, it'll be tight. So I'm gonna let that cool down, then I can put some Teflon tape on it and screw this in. So this piece of pipe right here was screwed into that wing 90. So I'm just gonna unscrew it. So I got this fitting that'll hide my cuts. I'll put that on. So I used some pliers with a towel in between it to tighten that down and bring it square with the wall. Now this piece of plastic, this can stay. There's some breakaway clips right here. You just break those free and this comes off. This is the only time that I would use silicone, and I would make sure it's not being seen. I would put some silicone across the top and down the 2 sides. I wouldn't put it on the bottom so water can escape. This is cooled off now. Put some Teflon tape on there. So the female end on this is tapered in where the threads are, so it won't go all the way. So I need to resolder this. Whatever happened to Alumaloy? Remember the info commercials for Alumaloy?
Alumaloy! Alumaloy! Fix this broken propeller! Alumaloy!
Alright, I applied my plumber's tape. Make sure I have my decorative trim on there. And I can put this in. I'm done with this project. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below. Please give it a thumbs up if you want me to continue the complete bathroom remodel. Subscribe if you like my style of videos. And to really show me some love, click right up there and show your support. Thanks so much for watching, guys.